Known from WA proved the master of reigning World Cup champion Stuart Lawson.
Again, Margaret River was pumping. Waves peaking at 4 metres, but generally they rolled in between 2 and 3. World champion Rhys Duncan had little trouble in advancing to the next round. So too Sydney's John Christensen. Chasing his 8th Australian title, Christo had an ordinary day in the surf by his own standards, but still he notched a decisive heat victory.
It's pretty big. It's not as big as it was through the week, but certainly big enough to get the adrenaline going.
Last year's World Cup champ Stuart Lawson was the day's surprise loser. Though advancing to the next round, he was humbled by Jeff Woodall, Perth University student who finds time to wave ski just once a week.
Yeah, sensationally happy, yeah. I'm right.
What about Stuart Lawson? He wouldn't be so happy.
No, I think he wasn't very happy about the situation. He left pretty quick.
Though Margaret wasn't at its biggest, it still claimed its share of victims, including Robert Creeley, who found a far safer mode of transport to shore. So day one of the championships provided plenty of highs and lows at Australia's premier big wave venue. Tim Gossage at Margaret River for 10 Eyewitness News.
And before we go...
Several surfboard riders were escorted from the water by police after refusing to leave the competition area following several requests from event organisers.
Yesterday's opening day of the Wave Ski Championships went off without a hitch. But today, drama. A group of local surfboard riders failed to leave the water when requested. Police were then called and spoke with the surfers in question. Later, one man was charged with contravening a direction to leave a water sports area.
It's got physical on a couple of occasions in local Western Australian comps, and we've sort of had shades of that happening again today, but the wave skiers held back and did what they should have done, just gave them verbal warnings and then called the police. We're just glad that it didn't come to this.
Event organisers now hope the remainder of the championships will be uninterrupted and the country's best wave skiers can display their skills alone on some of the country's most testing waves. Tim Gossage, 10 Eyewitness News.
At Margaret River today, 3 local riders, Bruce Radnidge, Ben Cornice and the veteran Tony Pepper, remain out of 8 winners in the winners' round. Offshore winds and a good 2-metre wave, ideal conditions for Australia's best to strut their stuff. And looking the most dangerous of all, reigning world champion Rhys Duncan Jr. from New South Wales, obviously suited by the conditions.
With the smaller waves, it's a fun wave and there's a few tubes out there, but I prefer it to be bigger myself. I like, getting the thrill of the big drops and stuff like that.
His main rival, John Christensen, looking for an 8th Australian title and back in business after injuring his back earlier in the week. Rider Ben Cornice. Cornice today defeated the reigning world champion as the national titles continued at Margaret River. The 19-year-old Cornice showed a clean pair of blades to the much better credentialed Rhys Duncan Jr. Ben was a bit coy about the biggest result of his career.
I just went out there and I think the local knowledge counted a little bit, just to get out there and get the set waves. And I mainly got the set waves and Rhys fell off a little bit. I mean, that didn't help him too much.
Cornice, who hasn't even won the WA title, has put in the preparation after a year's layoff.
I've been training for about probably the last 3 months, coming down every second weekend, surfing Margaret's mainly.
In the other main event open heat contested today, current Australian champion John Christensen was eliminated to the losers round by World Cup champion Stuart Lawson and West Aussie Bruce Radnidge. Christensen now has to surf 5 more times to make the final on Saturday. Some nice shots there. The cream of Australia's...
Priest. While in the men's section, reigning world champion Rhys Duncan Jr. has won the Australian title for the first time. The 18-year-old Duncan defeated World Cup title holder Stuart Lawson, with WA's Ben Cornice taking 3rd spot in his comeback year.